Hi, this video is about SEO strategy for 2019. In this video, I'm going to give you my actual SEO strategy. And I've made well over $1 million with SEO, and my name is David Hood, and I'm on a mission to help 10,000 people make their first $1 million online. So let's just get into it. So first of all, first step is always doing thorough market research with the purpose of creating what I would call a keyword hierarchy. And I've called this different things like conceptual keyword tree structure. But basically what you want to do is you want to, like, this is your main concept. So let's say dog training. Okay, now you've got French Bulldog training, you've got German Shepherd training, you've got, I don't know, Poodle training. Okay, so now you've got puppy French Bulldog training, puppy, I don't remember the other, dog 2 training, puppy dog 3 training, etc., etc. So you got, like, essentially these are going to be your main categories, your subcategories, and your subcategories, and as deep as you really want to go at. And a lot of people will maybe just go like this deep, or this deep, and sometimes just this is fine, especially for like local businesses. Some local businesses, like let's say like a roofer, there's really not a whole lot of different things that they, different work, like phrases that they really want to rank for. But if you're looking at like more of a national type site or a big market, then going deeper and deeper is going to become even more and more important. What you get with this is you pick up lots of what are called long tail search phrases, which is actually, even if you were to rank really well for all of these, let's say these are super high searched and these are low searched, but you were to really do a thorough job down here, these down here would actually drive more traffic. Because there's more long tail traffic available than there is like short tail traffic, even though these by themselves up here, like dog training or French Bulldog training or whatever, are going to have more search volume in and of themselves. Not only that, but by doing this properly, by setting this up properly and by actually putting this stuff on your site down here, like these 3 pages are going to help this page rank, and these 3 pages are going to help this page rank. Now, it's not actually like, okay, you have to have 3, then 3, then 3, which it looks like they're doing. This could be 4, these could be 7, this could be 2. I mean, it just really depends on, you know, your market and what you want to rank for. You know, but also at the same time, it converts better. So if you imagine, like, even if you were able to get, let's say this was just your French Bulldog training page, and you had a puppy, and there was some specific situation like puppy French Bulldog potty training. Okay, now you had that page here. Imagine someone landing on that page versus just a general French Bulldog training page. This one's going to convert better. It's going to be more engaging. By convert, I mean they're going to buy your products or services or whatever else you're recommending more likely. Okay, so there's a lot of benefits to this. Not only that, but it's just super important to do thorough market research. If you don't do your market research, then, and I did this a lot when I was first starting out with SEO, and I think a lot of people still do it. I've seen other people do it, where you spend a lot of time working on something that really you shouldn't have picked in the first place. If you've done your market research here, then you would have eliminated it early on. Okay, so another part of my strategy is to utilize video with YouTube, as you are watching right now. YouTube is actually the second biggest search engine in the world. Not only that, but it's more than just a search engine. It suggests, over on the right, a lot of times you'll get traffic. If you know what you're doing, you can get traffic from, well, I guess I don't know which side you're seeing right now. I guess it's on this side for you. So this would be my left side, but your right side, at least right now, they have suggested videos. Okay, don't click on those right now. Keep watching this one. But that's can be a major source of traffic. Not only that, but by taking, let's say you create a video for all of these. By taking these videos and embedding them on the site, it helps with your engagement metrics. Okay, so for example, to me, in my opinion, one of the biggest metrics that Google uses to determine if your website is answering someone's query or giving a searcher what they want is time on site. So for example, let's say this page ranks. Okay, let's say you rank number 1 for whatever this main keyword this is for. And Google, someone makes that search, they click on your site. Now let's imagine 2 different scenarios. Let's imagine they spend 3 seconds, they come back to the search results, they click on the next site, and they stay a long time on that site. Versus the reverse, where they spend a lot of time on your site, and either they don't go back to the search results, or they come back, and when they click on anybody else, they spend much less time. Okay, those are 2 very different scenarios, and you better believe that Google is watching that. And if there's dramatic differences in your engagement and time on and how long people spend on like a page of your site or on your site in general, then that's going to have a dramatic effect on your rankings. Okay, so and video is the most engaging form of content. There's just a whole bunch of other benefits. Not only that, but I think it's actually easier for me to make this video. Well, there's more things around than the time this video will be. There's more work around it. It's actually less work, I think, than writing like a perfect article. I mean, it depends, but in general, I think that's true. Okay, if I'm starting a new site, I'm going to pick an aggressive domain name. Okay, and this is super important. Domain name is the single biggest lever that you can pull. Like if there's one thing that you can do that affects your ability to rank for search phrases, it is your domain name. Is picking a domain name that has as much of your words you want to rank for in it as possible, up to a point. And so this is also where keep doing good market research and really creating that whole hierarchy. And if you look at it, and if every single page is about some sort of dog training, then you probably want dog training in your domain name. Now, I wouldn't want to do like just dogtraining.com. Well, that might not be the best example. I do like to put some sort of like flavor word in there. And there's kind of some reasons beyond the scope of this video for why that's also a good thing. But just trust me that you don't want to just do what's called all the way into what's called an EMD or an exact match domain. If your site was all about French Bulldog training, having FrenchBulldogTraining.com is, it's very good. And from an SEO standpoint, and if that's what you've got, then that's fine. It's probably not available, but it's probably better to have some sort of other word in there that makes your site unique. I think it converts better. You have a higher click-through rate from the search engines, which does matter. They're sort of like, they're super powerful, but it's like dynamite. They can kind of explode in your face in a way. Okay, so on-page SEO is actually pretty simple. There's not a whole lot of other things, even though you'll see these checklists out there that have like 100 different things that you can do from an on-page. There's really only a handful of things that really, really matter most of the time. And that's going to be, your titles and your URLs are going to be the most important. So for example, here's the full URL. If we go to that page, let's go to that page. I'm actually going to press, it's not like really well done right now. I'm not like really aggressively trying to rank it. Title. So if I hit Control U, and this is the title of the page. Let's go ahead and just copy that back into here. All right, so these things are going to have a huge effect. So right now, a huge effect on my ability to actually rank in the search engines. You also, to a lesser degree, but still important, is like your H1 tags, because you only get one tag, one H1, and then how your pages are interlinked. And interlinking is less important when you have less pages, but when you have a lot of pages, it becomes more important, especially when you combine them with link building. So the H1 tag is sort of like the first thing on your page. If we go back here, this would be my H1 tag. So what's there matters. If we go back up here for interlinking, the proper way to interlink is actually to only link each page to and from its parent, its siblings, and its children. So for example, this page would only link to and from these three and this one. Usually this would be like in your nav bar. And then this page would only link to this one. Oh wait, and also these would be siblings. So this would link to these two right here, this one right here, and these three, and that's it. Okay. So that's proper interlinking. It's probably not going to kill you if you have. A lot of times people see a lot of big websites, they'll have like deep drop downs where basically every page links to every page. And it's probably not going to kill them, but it's a little bit less efficient, especially when you get into link building. Okay, now I have several videos on link building, so go ahead and check some of those out if you want. I'll put some links up here. And but I'm going to give you a quick tip in this because links are huge. This is a huge part of Google's algorithm. It has been since the beginning, and it still is today, and for all practical purposes, well into the future. So what I do recommend you do is when you've done your market research and you look at some of the things you want to rank for, use Ahrefs or Majestic. So this is what Ahrefs looks like, and this is what Majestic looks like. These are link tools. You go in there, you put your competitor in there, and you go through their links, and you look for quality links that you can get as well. And it's a lot of work, but at the same time, it can provide a lot of value and start the snowball. Okay, you should always be putting some amount of work into link building for your website in general. Now, at some point, you know, if you're really popular online and you're already ranking really well, you don't need to do as much. But when you get started, you're going to have to seed these links a lot. And that really is, in a nutshell, my SEO strategy for 2019. If you liked that, if that was helpful to you, if any part of this video was helpful to you, please like this video and subscribe. If you have any questions about something specific, please put a comment below, and I will definitely respond to it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.